Thanks for stopping by the Bent Tool Garage. Today we're going to see how to use the stock Triumph Thunderbird leather bags with easy brackets. For anyone who's looking to use the stock Triumph Thunderbird leather saddlebags but change the bracket for an easy bracket, this is what I did to make that work. Looking at the existing bracket, you can see here that it sets the bag back by this distance. So here's the hole where it mounts to the fender, and these are the bolts that hold the bag on. On the easy bracket, the hole for the bag is in line with the mounting points that go onto the fender. So this would be right on top of this for an easy bracket. So to compensate, we need to be able to move the bag back. And as you'll see in a minute, that's a little bit difficult because the bag, as you know, has ridges and points where it was meant to be mounted using this bracket. So there's a bit of modification needed to make it fit. But if you look at where these line up, this setback is about 2 7/8 inches from the middle of this to where this bolt is. So that's how much we're setting this back, about 2 7/8 of an inch. So I'll show you now the modifications that have to be done to the bag. So here's my stock bag with the easy bracket mounted. Now I'm just going to get a light here so I can show you. So that is right here is one of the stock holes. And as you can see, that easy bracket is mounted forward, and I've mounted it forward about 2 7/8 to match the stock bracket. And then the bottom bolts, you can actually drill the bag and it's still on top of the raised portions, so that'll work. It's just these top bolts that's difficult. And the key to making all that work was, you can see back in behind here, an aluminum bar. So you can see there the aluminum bar that sticks out to give the surface to be able to drill for the easy bracket. And you can see through here the bolts line up 1 to 1. It's not an offset at all. Let's have a look inside the bag. So on the inside you can get a good look. Again, we were able to use the existing holes, and we drilled the easy bracket for the bottom holes so we could stay on those raised portions. And then here you can see the aluminum bar. Drilled it out. So this first one here is the one that you see on the other side. It's just used to hold the aluminum bar on. This one lines up and goes straight through the first hole on the easy bracket, and then the other bolt on the easy bracket's out here. And this lined up nicely. I was able just to take a Dremel, router out a slot big enough to let the aluminum bar go through there, and that all worked out good. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to seal up this as best I can just to try and keep water from coming in. Hopefully everything else is fine with the bolts. So that's how to modify the bag, using an aluminum bar, flat bar, to move the bag back far enough, 2 7/8 of an inch, so that you can use the easy brackets. So here you can see the easy bracket. Now we've got those 2 holes lining up, going through the aluminum bar, and the other existing hole that was in the bag already, we used that with the stock bolt, added a washer and a nut to hold the aluminum bar, and then we had to drill in the easy bracket 2 new holes to match up with the bag holes. So that's what's here, and that's how to modify the bag to use the easy brackets. Thanks again for joining me at the Bent Tool Garage. I don't get paid, or these products aren't sponsored or anything like that. I'm just purchasing these myself and putting them on my own bike. So if you found it useful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.